I can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can. How are you doing today? And
Yeah,
welcome.
good. How about you?
I'm doing great. What's new in your world?
Well, the haircut.
Of course, the haircut. It looks great.
Yeah, I was trying to motivate myself to get that done, but I was not that confident because it's not our skill set.
Ankit's been doing it his own for 3 months now.
Good
See,
job.
Ankit became a barber, and he doesn't even know it. Now he can be a barber wherever he goes. But welcome and nice haircut. So tell us what's going on today.
Yeah, so today we are planning to do a voice bot demo from Gravitas. So basically, we have done a COVID-19 chatbot, which has been built for different geographies. So we've got an instance for the US, we've got an instance for Europe, and we've got an instance for UK, India, and an international instance which is powered by WHO content. And all the geographical instances are powered by the respective bodies in that particular geography. For example, CDC in US, NHS in UK, and we're using content from Ministry of Health and Welfare of Government of India for Indian instance. So that has been live at various organizations. We are supporting content provision, the right and accurate and specific content provision, which is required in these unprecedented times. But having said that, we are an agency which also have capabilities, different capabilities apart from text chatbots. So we've got voice capabilities as well. So we've developed one voice capable bot, which is live on our website for grabs. Yeah.
No, so and Cedric, this might be of interest to you, and this is the reason why I wanted Ars to kind of tell you more about what he does. But chat bots, are the way of the future on our websites, and that's one of his big things. It's the best way to market nowadays,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and get information and share information. I've even asked him, can he build me a bot that goes out and negotiates with other bots?
That's a good one.
Can you send me? I want a bot that talks to other bots. Um, but and I opened
Yeah,
up.
put that down in roadmap, Ankita.
but
Certainly, yeah.
bots are that next wave of future. It might be something that you might be interested in with your industry and what you're building in the real estate industry, because it's a new way to share information, right?
Mhm.
It's a new way to gather information, to understand what your clientels or viewers are looking for, but also, and it helps educate you as much as it does them. Even though, like, we have a bot on our website, a COVID bot,
Hmm.
and it's there to give you information about COVID on our website. So, and
Yeah, similarly, we've got other chatbots, and our brand is known as Tina. So we've got chatbots specific for the real estate industry as well, where you can do real estate sales facilitation through that. And so that the admin work of engaging with your leads and trying to find the information in different mailboxes or different areas can be reduced. The chatbot can be present 24/7 to engage with the prospects. Because what one of the problems which I faced while I was hunting for an apartment initially, like 4 5 years back, that I was working for full time, and the only time I could get was on weekends, and that it was such a short time to manage the household, and I'd also go out to the market and try and find real estate developers which may suit my needs, or the real estate properties which may suit my needs. So I thought a bot which can provide information 24/7 may suit the working professionals as well, so that when they're back to the house, maybe in the evening, they want to browse and just talk to the bot and know about property details, know about the floor plans, amenities nearby, etc. What sort of pricing plans are there? Get interested, book an appointment, go to the place, and do the deal.
so yeah, it's bots
That's
are the new
wonderful.
marketing tool. And if you got
I
any
think,
questions, go ahead.
I think let's first do the demo and then we can discuss about voice bots
Yeah,
because
and I also want to, Sasha to think about this too, especially with his tournament coming up, to maybe introduce
we
bots
can
to.
have a test bot. You can have a test bot for Tasha.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, but let's take a look at the video.
Harsh, can you share the screen?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. So Cedric, it was a great, informative session about pods, and I think it's wonderful pods the way they're working. And I would love to have one of the pods in US. I think do you supply in India as well, Cedric?
Yeah, I haven't been to India yet,
Okay,
but would love to.
that's wonderful. So what happened in India? That if you see the containers which uses by the shipping and cargo companies, the old containers, people buy those containers and repair them and then use it for a restaurant or things like that in India.
Hmm, that's amazing.
And also lot of people buy the old planes, which are like a it's like a
I
waste
think
or
there's a
crap.
city in India that's built out of containers.
Yeah,
I There's a whole market built out of containers. We've seen
yeah.
pictures, but I don't know where it is.
And
You guys
also people
are
buy old airplanes and then they convert those planes into restaurants.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
can you see my screen, Ankit?
Uh, yes.
Okay, should I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so this is a voice-enabled bot trained on WHO data. So let me accept the TNCs first. So conversational chatbots are trained in two ways. FAQ style, where users keep asking questions of their choice, and the bot answers the questions. The second one is conversation flow style, where there's a need to guide users through a specific flow of questions and answer so that they reach the target endpoint, getting all necessary information during the user journey. We can drive such conversations through buttons, is in text-to-text bots, as you can see on the screen, and through questions suggested by bot in voice bots. We just put a representation over there so that it can reflect what can be done through the.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask, what is the coronavirus?
So is the bot also commute via voice or it just with text? You can hide us. You can hide this. It won't come pop up.
I'm not sure, Ankit. What is? Can you
So do one thing. Do you which browser you're using right now?
for the bot?
Yeah, for the bot.
Yeah, for the bot, we are using a recorded system because the problem which happens while you're doing a voice
Okay.
bot demo
So you are
is that
playing.
the
So you are
mics
playing.
interfere.
Okay. So you are playing with the media player. So whenever you go to share screen, so there are three options.
Hmm.
Choose the second option, which is application window, and you will find
Okay,
the video and then play the video. That's it.
okay, no worries, I'll do that. So the
So
second
Cedric,
one,
have
yeah.
you? Yeah.
I'm not able to get. I'm not able to
If
click
you
the
go to
option.
if you go to share screen, there's a black pop-up.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
now we
application
have
window.
three options: application window, and then select your video and then play it.
Okay, great. Yeah. So shall I continue from here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so let me ask, what is COVID?
Okay. I can't hear anything.
Okay, you're not able to hear it?
No.
Okay, yeah, might be a challenge then because I think the mics interfere when you're presenting through a bot and okay, so I think I'll have to work it out with my technical team. So
Okay.
yeah, meanwhile I can talk about it.
Sure. Sure.
Sure. Okay. No,
Yeah.
so basically, the problem which we just encountered is about the mic interferences which happen when SSML-based voice bot is presented on screens, and that is a general problem which is experienced like during webinars maybe because if you're doing a presentation in a conference on the stage, then it's fine. But when doing webinars, sometimes mics interfere and the voice might not appear. But essentially, I was going to ask the bot a few questions about coronavirus. So what is coronavirus? And then I can maybe show the text bit of it.
That would be
Um,
interesting.
yeah.
This is very similar. This is almost like having Alexa, but on other elements, right? So this is way cool. Nick would love this. He had to beam out for a minute, but um,
Yeah, so let me open the instance and I can just do the demo, but it will not be voice. So are you able to see my screen now? Hello?
can you post it? See, there we go. I
Okay.
got it.
Yeah, so so this will not be voice then, but let's demonstrate the capabilities. So basically, if I ask a question about this coronavirus, I think it's the spelling which is wrong, so might be the problem. Okay. So yeah, pull down a keyword and it's still able to get the answer for me. I might have chosen to just click a button and ask the question, or I can answer and can ask a particular question. So for example, if I write, what is corona virus? I'll still get the same answer. So that explains that the NLP is robust. It will mostly 80 to 90% times it will be answering the right questions, and sometimes when the bot fails, because bots are meant to fail, sometimes because they keep on learning from the type of questions which are asked to them. So that they can be trained in the back end so that the next time when a user pops in a similar sort of question, they get the right answer. So I can ask what is COVID. So you can see that deliberately didn't put 19 into it, but it was still able to catch it. So that means that during the initial training, when we trained it about what is COVID-19, then after a few iterations, we also trained it on different sort of variations of that, so that it can also pick up something which is similar to it and still answer the same sort of question in the right way. So let me ask, what are the symptoms? So you can see we got an answer regarding symptoms, most common symptoms, what is there in terms of what information is there in terms of symptoms, and also provides me some information about some options basically which I can click or I can choose to ask so that I get a response about that. So let's check if you can answer a statement. You can see a statement on screen. I can either click on it or I can ask it. So I'm unwell. So you get an information about what can be done in terms of being unwell. Stay home if you feel if you feel unwell. If you have fever, cough, etc. what you should do, and how you should get information, etc. So this is a brief demo of Tina. Tina is capable of conversing in text, speech, in different languages, text-based, of course, and can show and recognize images, videos, etc. So yeah, that was a quick demo of the capabilities. Sorry that we couldn't demonstrate voice due to the mic issues today. So should I hand it over to Ankit?
Where did?
Okay. Can I hand it over to you, Kim? Here?
Okay, there we go. Try to hand it over again. Ankit is having trouble, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to accommodate what's going on, but no, that was the thing about the bots are that they are customized to help you address your client's needs or your viewers' interest, and you're able to help the client understand their own market through a fun and user friendly interface. And I think these are a lot of the way the industry is going, and it gives you that almost that concierge feeling, right? In some cases, that or that little education person there that's giving you some information. And the first time I saw one was because of Ankit, and
Yeah.
for some restaurant
Okay.
that he helped build a website for, and I go, wow, that was really cool, because it popped up and asked me questions like a concierge, right? Like, and I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty interesting, to have
Sometimes
some.
it can be it can generate a lot of interest because it's something which is very different. It's not a human still asking you questions, still trying to understand what your pain points are and try to answer or resolve those things here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit sci-fi going on there to take care of you. Again, I feel like it's like that extra concierge. When a human can't be there, we've got the concierge taking care of you and educating you, and also getting your information. And Sasha, this could be something that could really go into your tournament, to have a bot like this on your website. Sasha is I don't know if you know anything about Sasha, Aarsh, but he's one of our board of advisors, but has been with us for a long time. And also he's in Canada, and connections worldwide. I'm not going to say Russia, but just worldwide. And he has this website called Chess Stars. And Sasa is really big into chess. And on his site, he teaches chess. They actually show chess games that were played over 100 years ago.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's way
Every
cool.
Saturday.
Way cool. Watch this on Saturday, but it's cool to see that much data collected over the years, and they can actually replay the game from 100 years ago of two chess masters. But what's interesting about Sasha's site, which is very unique, is that he's developed a game in such a way that people can guess the next move.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get to watch two chess masters play a real game, like a live game, not one of the historical games, but the two real chess masters going head to head, and you, as the viewer, get to register and get some crowns, and you get to place a wager of your crowns on the next move.
Okay,
You can
that's
do
really interesting.
5 crowns, 25 crowns, or 100 crowns on each move. Of course, before they're made on the board. So everyone has equal chances to win. There is no possible to do some cheating or whatever, because all the strongest moves are displayed for yourselves, and everybody can see them. So there is no point for you to hide some kind of a computer program to assist, because it's right on the screen. Everything.
Yeah.
So everything is transparent. Yeah, it provides a level playing field, and one of the plans is to hold world championship for move predictors with a prize fund of $1 million. And I'm thinking about, like, I was listening to various different business proposition and startups ideas and so on. I found one thing is that regardless what you're doing with your startup, there's always a competition or government bureaucracies that you have to overcome, or some dark money forces, or some political forces. There's a lot of forces that you have to fight in
Yeah.
order to overcome to succeed.
Yeah.
In what we are proposing at Chess Stars, there is no competition, no opposition, no dark money, absolutely no nothing. I don't have to negotiate with somebody. I don't have to convince somebody. All I do, I offer people to pay $9.95 for a chance to win $1 million. It's just as simple as that. That's all.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I don't have to convince anybody. There is no some kind of governmental body or some chess federation or some other bodies that I have to negotiate, ask. Uh, that's all. You just put all your information on a chess site, in social media, and elsewhere, and that's about it.
I
So
like
I think
to wager on the wagers. I like to say which person is going to win. That's the one I want to do. I just want to do the simple one, but
that's possible to do. The only,
moves is
you
fun.
know, the only reason that we are not doing it now, because it's a very simple proposition, we are not doing it now because the company is registered in Delaware, and the server is on Amazon.
AWS.
Yeah, which is also located in states. So I'm bound by whatever chess rules, not chess rules, so to say, business rules regarding gambling and so on.
Gaming rules. He's bound by gaming rules, not to.
Absolutely. So I think that okay, for what we are offering is a chess-based skills competition. There is no gambling because there is no wager. What you're doing because you're participating in a contest. No, you're paying say $9.95. It's like you're paying $9.95 for the right to be in the contest.
Right.
That's all. So you're not putting every time $5 or $10. There is no money wager on each and every move. Now, to do this competition is to put a wager that this player will win and this player will lose or something like that. That's something different. It could be done. Technically, it's the easiest thing to do. The only problem is you have to be mindful of regulations. And because you're trying to do a little bit more than you're already doing, you may get stuck with some idiot who will try to pursue that, oh, here's a gambling, oh, you have to close the site, and so on. So 99% of what we are doing is fine, and nobody will pursue us. In fact, we have a patent for doing exactly that. All of a sudden, we're trying to do a little bit more, and bye-bye, your site is closed. Okay, just leave it and just forget it and close it or so. So it's kind of a I think it's a quite questionable approach. It's very difficult. I mean, if somebody will invest $10 million and say, I'd like to get also this, well, for $10 million, okay, we will do it. But then he has to be aware that he's taking a very serious risk to be shut down. So unless he has some very big friends in the gaming commissioners and he feels that he can overcome all that, that's a different proposition. It could be done.
You can't. But the thing is that it's not about gambling. You're actually utilizing your strategic mindset to guess the next move.
Absolutely. In what we are offering now, that's the case.
A bot would be great because the bot could be the concierge at the beginning of the when people register, and it could people can ask questions and the bot answers as your concierge. And something like this would be really, really cool for your website. To be able to have people ask those questions and do that fact check of what am I doing here, and you explain to them you're just guessing the next chess move. Yes, you have an opportunity to win money that is there, right? But this is not a gambling site. This is strategically guessing the next move. And and it's not gambling is a game of chance, and so there is a difference. But in every startup, there's always that question of making sure you meet regulations and things like that. But Sasha's doing everything legal, and and I think that a bot would make people feel more comfortable, right? Because you can't afford, in your situation, you can't afford to hire somebody to constantly answer the phone and answer the questions. Your bot becomes your concierge. Your bot becomes that front desk person with a smile on the face of let's figure out why you're uncomfortable and make you comfortable again. So, am I right, Arsh? I mean, that's
Yes, so yeah, definitely. That is something which is interesting, and yeah, I was hearing about the chess stuff as well. It quite it was quite interesting for me to understand that there's something which is available just at $9. Yeah,
well, it's a membership to
Hmm.
register in and be able to participate in Guess the Next Move. He's got the site itself. You can go register and play chess with other people. You can play. You can watch the history of an old chess game. It's called chessstars.com. And so you can go there. You can watch his show on Saturdays at 3 Eastern Standard Time, and you will learn, how the game is played,
yeah.
what they do. But again, it's easy to register at. Let's show you. I'll just show you. If you go to chessstars.com. And Sasha, are we going to be doing the tournament this weekend or next weekend?
Not this weekend. This weekend we will have Romanian chess grandmaster Mikhail Marin and his very gifted wife. She's an artist and she shows some of her paintings. Maybe he will play a few games, same as Grandmaster Shirov did. And next Saturday on 13th, when we have Grandmasters Shirov and Marin will be playing contest against each other, 2 games, and that's where we are going to try a new system of video running right on our service, the Just Stars. So it will be a complete picture of the game, the players, the commentaries, everything will be done right on the site.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's all easy to do, but it would be interesting to have a bot there welcoming people
Yeah,
to
agreed.
your site, and then you don't have to worry about anything, and people can register.
Yeah.
And so, and again, what I like about Arsh is that here he is. He's the guy that can customize it for you, right? That is
Okay. Take a
Yeah.
look at our website,
Sure.
chessstars.com.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and see if there is a lot of questions and answers site. So basically, all
Hmm.
people need to know, they will
Mhm.
find there. The only problem is that a lot of people are very lazy and don't have time,
Yeah.
don't want to put any efforts. So they don't know what to do, and they are not going to move any, put any fingers on any buttons to find out, and they
Yeah.
will. I don't know what they're going to do,
That is a
probably.
problem which a bot can solve because it's sometimes difficult or sometimes people don't want to explore the sites, go
Yeah,
down to each and every page.
agree.
So bots can provide that sort of information very easily, quickly, and through any specific question can be answered. If you want any appointment, etc., to be facilitated through the bots, that can be done. We can store your leads or prospects data in your databases through the bot, and you can use it at a later stage, maybe for more insight generation and those sort of things. So definitely, a lot of things are possible.
And I
yeah.
think our bot can also announce the winners as well.
Yeah, we can send automated messages, etc.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we can send automatic messages and winners can be announced through bot as well.
Yeah,
And maybe in future bot can do the commentary for chess star.
yeah. If with proper training and developing some algorithms,
Yeah.
that should not be a problem.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay.
Excellent.
That
But
would
yeah,
be interesting. It'd be like having Spencer come alive, right? My avatar for our artificial intelligence we were building. That would be interesting. But no, but there's so much you could do. You could even have a bot. I'm sure you can take the bot to where when a person registers, and then it could walk them through, each page. Like you have a bot on each page that explains this is what you're doing, this is how it works. I mean, there's so many things you can do with bots. I mean,
That's good. That would be useful
So
actually,
Kim,
because then people would see
Kim,
it for themselves.
yeah,
Kim, I think to answer your question, if you simplify bot means build, operate, and transfer. So whatever you want, you can build it, operate, and then you can transfer it. The technology is just simple, and that is what bot is all about.
I mean,
Yeah.
in science fiction, bot was a different term, right? We use bots as crawlers to go into sewers and spy on things. So
That is very interesting because that can also be done.
That is
You
robot.
can crawl through bots, the website, and get information from the website. So basically, web crawlers can be integrated with bots,
web
so that
crawlers.
bots can understand the information on the websites and produce the information back. So this can be really useful for like very big sites which have got numbers, hundreds of pages, and it's really difficult to go to each and every page. So that sort of a technology can also be implemented, which is dealing with the unstructured language.
Well, I mean, and I think a lot of people don't understand truly all the things that a bot can do, right? There's just, we're just using it for this surface, but this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do and use it for. There's so many other purposes, and it's growing and scaling. And but I thought it was interesting to sit here and go, well, we could definitely do this in chess stars and make it a lot more user friendly at the end of the day, more welcoming.
Yeah, maybe bring in more people because if a two-way conversation is something which feels more human, and when you start having a human conversation, then the relationship builds, and you start relating with the particular brand. So it's also very important. Bots in today's time and also in future, bots will be very important from a brand imaging perspective as well.
So, Ash, can you correct me? Whatever I'm saying is that if you talk about robots means a combination of multiple bots.
Robots are also bots, but those are bots with bodies, if you say. So those are like this is also tangible. That is also tangible. I'll say it's more tangible.
Yeah.
Like you can see the bot itself. A humanoid is a robot. You've got line follower bots, different sort of bots which have bodies. So I'll say robots will be bots which have bodies, and they are bots which have digital bodies, and those sit on your digital assets.
Because people who don't understand technology, they think bot is something which is physical. But we need to train them on our AI for the world show, which that means bot is not only about physical things. It's about a lot of processes which you can automate, build and manage according to the.
Yeah. A bot can sit on your website, talk to people. A bot can sit on your Facebook Messenger and talk to people. A bot can be integrated with your WhatsApp number, and your WhatsApp number becomes a bot. And similarly, you can integrate your telephone line with a bot, and the bot will respond to everything.
So there's so many ways you can use a bot, and you start off with one, and then you just keep building and growing, and it kind of operates as your marketing tool, and also helps you decide how to market out, not just market in, but market out. But I think this is something that would be interesting for Sasha's tournament coming up. I don't know that we could get something done by this tournament, but definitely for future. But as a because
coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah. So lead generation bots can be spent quite quickly.
We could even ask questions of, who would be your favorite grandmasters playing each other, right? We could, get that going.
We should start with Kim. We should start with who is your real boss, your owner or your producer?
Ankit's my boss. I actually have two, Ankit and Nick.
Not. Kim, I'll tell you, you can ask anyone, they will say you are my boss. Ask Sasha, ask or ask any of the
This is so when I give an opening to my new companies, I always say I may own the company, but I work for you. You're my boss. You tell me what you need, and I will make sure you have it. I work for my people. I always have. You tell me what you need to make your job done, and I will try whatever I can to get you, because I work for my people. They're my boss. Nick's my boss. You're my boss.
I'm impressed with that. Similar sort of thinking, like it's all about collaboration of people towards a particular goal and incrementally trying to get to that goal and do the value generation and move along and do it happily, merrily, instead of taking pressures, etc. Make your like manage your work life apart from work as well, and uh, collaborate in work. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
And
reach
I'll tell
my
you one
goal if
thing.
you can't do your job. This is what I tell people: if you can't do your job, I'm not going to get my goals met. So, I mean, it's truly about collaboration. I call it commanding and not demanding. There's two kind of leaders, right? There's a commander and there's a demander. And I truly don't believe in working and making people work in fear. I really don't. I prefer working in inspiration, and I prefer being that person of inspiration. And but Ankit is the same way. Ankit, you're so see, you surround yourself with people just like you. And Sasha is the same way. Sasha
I
said,
was about to
"Let's
say
have a
that
drink
Sasha
of
is a real boss.
vodka."
Kim,
Let's
you know, Sasha is a real boss.
Yeah, Sasha's a happy person to work with. He really
Yeah.
is. We sat and had a talk the other day. I was able to relax and have a drink while we were talking, or we had breakfast together and talked, and but over line, right? Um, but those are the kind of people you want to work with, right? You want to work with problem solvers and people who want to inspire,
Yeah.
and that's what I like about what we do on IBM TV is everybody that seems to come here, they get excited about this. They're like, "Wow, this is a great platform to share. These are the problems we have. How can we solve them?" Right? And and not everybody comes here with an agenda. Some people just come here to learn, and then they come up with an idea. And we've seen this with the professors. The professor from Yale, right now, he's giving us 12 problems he'd like to see solved. But when he first started coming, it wasn't like that. He was kind of like, "I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here," and
Yeah,
him,
IBM is a great platform. I think it's a great platform to collaborate and
yes,
learn from new people, because people from different sectors, different geographies are coming here, talking about their business, talking about the work they're doing.
yeah,
And definitely, whenever I come to IBM TV, I'm hearing from people from different strands. And it's actually very encouraging. And I'm learning a lot about a few things
well, thank you.
which have been worked in different industries here.
Yes, thank you for that too. Because I think when we work together, right, we become one, and we actually do something that the leaders don't want to have happen. And because I think they believe in divide and conquer, right? They keep us separated, and we won't grow. But I think when we unite, we grow, um, and we solve these problems. And it's been fun because even though maybe I've not been able to generate revenue for myself, I've been able to connect people who needed to be connected so that they can, right? And that's what has been awesome is watching that happen in many ways, and watching Sasha's his dream come true, right? This game that he has developed, and
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
the most patient person I've ever seen, because literally he has sat in meetings with us for a year. And I don't know when you had this ready to go, but literally sat with us for a year, every week, coming and just listening and talking, just sharing. And then he's been sitting with us every day, giving us feedback of what's going on in his world. And then one day he shares, "I want to do this." So patience, learning, and
Consistency.
persistency, and then execution. You're right. The 5 Ps that
Yeah.
I preach on for prosperity. But you got to do that, right? You got to have a purpose, passion, plan, prepared, pursuit, and then persistence. That's my 6. I got to add 6 to my list. So persistence. But when we do all of those things, we inspire prosperity, which I call your intellectual property, IP, right? We inspire prosperity. But we got to do this, and this is fun. And so, what's going on in your part of the world that is moving forward?
Yeah, so we're working on a few things at the moment, which is in the pipeline. So we've done recently proven work on WhatsApp integrations, SMS integrations, etc. And there's more work which is going on in terms of making it easy for clients to manage the asset which we create on their ecosystem, so that they can handle it themselves, and it's very easy and intuitive to handle, and so that they don't have to depend on agencies to get that sorted. For example, the user interface which we give alongside the bot, we're trying to get into a direction where that user interface can be completely managed by the client itself. They can change whatever they want. They can change their fonts, colors, branding, whatever they want, so that they don't have need to go back to the agency for each and every. So we're definitely looking at reducing the cost factor there, and also in terms of the artificial intelligence stuff we are doing. We're researching more on our NLP algorithm. Recently, there was an implementation of the COVID-19 bot, and in total number of conversations with the current NLP algorithm, we got 99.6% accuracy of responses. So it was only 0.04% which were answered differently. I'll say I'll not say it not answered, but they're answered differently. So that is the kind of like accuracy we are aiming for, and we are constantly teaching the algorithm with more conversations and more things. We've trained it about with 400 million plus lines of conversations.
Wow.
To increase the accuracy, and also we are working through some cutting edge solutions which will be powered through blockchain and along with the artificial intelligence part.
No, that's
Aarsh, I'm curious to know that are you a first time entrepreneur, or you have a family with a lot of entrepreneurs?
Well, in technology sector, I'm not the first entrepreneur in my family. So I've got multiple people in different sectors. My brother is a chartered accountant. He's got his own financial company related with accounts, financing, etc. And my other brother, he works in the fashion industry. He's got a company set up there. Also, there are other family members who are into business. So yeah, not the first one, but yeah, in technology, I think we have like a couple of us are there who are working in the technology sector. So kind of like good for us because we've got close connections in all sectors.
Yeah, that's wonderful to have brothers with different industries, and then you can cross. You use the platform and leads, and also work in different industries and get the expertise at home without any cost.
Yeah, yeah. I don't need to like, for example, I don't need a company setup for someone to set up
Great.
companies.
So they are also based out of United Kingdom, or they are in some other countries?
No, they're in different geographies. In Dubai, in India, and one is in US.
oh, where at?
Sorry,
Where at in the U.S.?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago. Love Chicago. Love Chicago. It's a beautiful area. I got some friends there, but we got our sponsor here, Lynn, who you met before. Welcome, Lynn. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yes, it's a beautiful day. We've had a lovely day with so many great, you know what, it's Wednesday and we had startups show up and businesses show up. So things are changing for us today.
I wish you would send the weather up here. We just had 80-mile-an-hour winds, almost straight line rain, flat line rain, and lost our electric, which is why I'm late getting on, but at least it's back. So anyway, but happy to be here.
Yeah,
And
so we're seeing the winds here. The rain we had a couple of weeks ago. I guess we'll get some more of it. We are seeing some of the heavy winds here because we kind of judged what kind of work we do outside based on the winds, and you know the winds have been pretty heavy lately. It's unusual this time of year too. Very
it's
unusual.
just been a very windy year, but that gets into another whole conversation, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
this year is so different in different geographies. Like we have had a cyclone yesterday in India. today in India.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Today, yeah. In
yeah,
Bombay and
yeah.
Gujarat, yeah.
Today the weather is not that great in UK as well. So yeah,
India and UK, and India had the earthquake last week, and I mean, just
We had a big cyclone in the west coast earlier, in the east coast earlier, a couple of weeks back, and then today it was west coast.
yeah.
Wow. Well, we've had actually the third named storm by June 1st, which is the normal beginning of the hurricane season. Hurricanes are really cyclones, of course, but I don't know why we call them hurricanes. Especially, we should, when they're named Charles, we ought to call them himicanes. But anyway, what can I say?
it's like when I hear the word history, his story, right? Why can't we tell her story, right?
Right.
His